Welcome to the Caffeinate and Create podcast, where you will learn to create the space, clarity, strategy, and momentum that you need to grow your business without the overwhelm. But first, grab your coffee and get ready to listen in. Introducing your host, business coach, coffee lover, and mom, Lindsay Paradine.
Hey, Caffeinistas, you are listening to episode 5 of the Caffeinate and Create podcast. So you have your business and you gotta market it and promote, and part of that includes social media. But where the heck do you start? There's Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, LinkedIn, TikTok, Twitter. Oh my gosh, there's so many now. I couldn't even name them all. And unfortunately, the problem is you probably feel like you need to be on every platform. After all, most people have all the apps, so why not make it easy for them to find you? The problem is, if you are just starting your business or you're running it by yourself, it'll be a lot more difficult to keep up with everything. So I'm going to give you a little permission here. Start by picking 1 or 2 social media platforms to really concentrate on and establish your presence there. Once you feel like you've been able to maintain those without getting stressed, then consider expanding your reach to some of the other platforms. Knowing exactly which social media platform to choose can be a little bit tricky. These are some things to consider to ensure that the platform you choose will fit into your life, your business, and is the best option for your audience. So first, which social media platforms do you actually like using? Which platform kind of comes naturally to you? While the decision shouldn't be solely based on yourself, it can be really helpful to see where you spend most of your time and where you have the most connections. Keeping up with social media can be challenging at times, so making sure that the platform you choose is the one that you actually like hanging out on can improve the way you show up there. Next, consider where are your ideal clients and customers actually hanging out? If you follow any of these tips, this is the one to really stick to. Even if you have a killer presence on Instagram or any of the other platforms, if your ideal customer isn't on Instagram, it'll be a waste of your effort and a waste of time. Knowing where your people hang out is a key to seeing the results in your business. If you have a course about setting up a small business Instagram profile for beginners, but you're only promoting it on Instagram, can you see the issue here? I want you to enjoy the social media platform you choose to focus on. But it's much more important that you do some research and make sure that you're not wasting your time. If you're not sure, ask your ideal clients. If you have some connections to ideal clients or even your current ones, ask them which platform they spend the most time on. If they happen to mention that they spend most of their time on Facebook groups, head to those groups and do a little poking around to see if that's the case. Using the search feature in the groups and typing in some of your clients' pain points and questions and keywords is a great way to see what's being talked about and if that group will be worth your time. Take note of the people who are posting and commenting about those things. Are they your ideal client? Well, then you found your platform. You found the place that they like to hang out. Now you can use that information to make sure that you're showing up in a way that will reach those people. So here's something to consider, and I'm going to digress a little here. TikTok has become a big thing, and a lot of people, have said that it's a really good place to be. Well, the problem here is the main demographic on TikTok is actually pretty young, and unless you have a business that is really centered around that as your ideal client, that's probably not the best place for you to be concentrating your time. Man, I even created an account and then after searching around, very quickly realized that this is not the platform for me. I don't have time to sit there and practice little dances and film little videos. And even though it's so much fun to watch the videos, and it would probably be a ton of fun to do that, I don't have the time. So you have to pick a platform that fits into your life. So back to what we were talking about, I'm just going to do a quick recap. Figure out which platform you actually like the most. Find out which platform your ideal client is actually hanging out on. And don't try to do it all at once. Pick one platform to start. Never spread yourself too thin across all the platforms. Just start with one or two. Then you can add another after another once you've mastered the first one. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. There are people making six-figure incomes just from Instagram or Facebook groups or even a blog without doing anything else. Get creative and do what works for you. Go all in and make yourself a student of that platform. Know it inside out. Know the analytics. I know this sounds like a lot of work just to pick a social media platform, but you will be saving so much time in the long run. Your efforts will be concentrated on a platform that will actually help your business grow. I hope you enjoy listening to this episode, Caffeinistas. Until next week.
Thank you for listening to the Caffeinate and Create podcast, where we focus on growing your business without the overwhelm. Please take a moment to leave a review and share this episode with a friend. Grab your coffee, Caffeinista, and always keep reaching for your dreams.